three gentlemen on our honor flight.
I'm going to call the Cass County Commission meeting, May 31st, 2023 to order. This time I'm going to turn it over to our clerk, Jeff Fletcher.
Jeff Fletcher, the Cass County Clerk, appoints Monty Kisner, presiding commissioner of this meeting.
This time I'll ask for a roll call.
Bob Houston, Monty Kisner,
Present.
Ryan Johnson.
Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To accept the agenda as presented, I have a motion. I'll second. All in favor? 2, 4, 0 against. Motion carried. Approval of minutes of May 24th, 2023. Have a motion. I'll second. All in favor? 2, 4, 0 against. Motion carries. Resolution number 2342, approving a grant agreement with the Reach Healthcare Foundation. Have a motion? A motion? I'll make the motion. No second? And no second. Resolution 2324 does not carry.
2342.
Or 42,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I had 44. Resolution number 2343, Health Department Workforce Grant. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second. Sarah, you want to speak on that?
Yeah, this is the workforce contract agreement with Department of Health and Senior Services, so the State of Missouri Health Department, to support public health workforce development. So it's $345,000. Again, most of which is dedicated in the budget to workforce development, personnel and fringe benefits, training opportunities, travel, specified public health conferences. But it also provides funding to continue COVID-19 response and recovery activities, which is especially important since the federal public health emergency ended on May 11th. So some of those services like providing vaccination at no cost, providing testing at no cost, we will still continue to have the resources to continue that effort.
Any questions?
So workforce development, can you define that again? I hear that phrase a lot. I know our governor uses that phrase quite a bit too, but can you kind of walk me through what that looks like in your department?
Yeah, it's so workforce development. There are a lot of different ways to define it. What we're talking about here with this contract is really supporting and training our public health workforce to make sure that it's the best that we can provide to our community.
Okay.
Matt, do you have anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, that pretty much hit it on the head. The big thing for us with the workforce development is being able to send some more staff to these conferences at the state level and the national level so that they can network and so that they can learn new things from other departments and people who love them.
Okay. And this money is specifically from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, right?
Yes.
So it's money that the state makes available to local health departments.
More question? Okay. All those in favor of resolution number 2343? 2, 4, 0 against, motion carries. Resolution number 2344, approving renewal of the agreement with Edward J. Rice Company Incorporated for voter canvassing. I have a motion.
So moved.
I'll second. Motion been made and seconded. Make any comment on that, Jeff?
It's just renewing the contract with Rice to continue our canvassing to clean up the voter rolls. By law, I'm supposed to do it every 2 years. We did a couple years ago. We signed a contract to continue this, just to so we're not doing it every 2 years like law. We're just doing it all the time. So
When I go to work canvassing, I think of going door to door. Is that what you all
no,
do
we
with
go to
this,
the
or-
post office with a letter, and then that letter is sent to them. And then if we don't get a response back, they're on the voter rolls. They get cleaned up if they've moved or whatever the case may be.
Okay. And by cleaned up, removed from the rolls
Removed.
if they're deceased or
Right.
something else like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I've got it muted, but anytime Becky calls, it rings. I apologize.
Smart man.
All right, all those in favor of resolution number 2344? 240 against, motion carries. Line item 9 is resolution number 2345, cemetery base gas sales. I have a motion on that.
So moved.
I'll second that, and this is clearly, Steve, a renewal of, we're getting gas wholesale to Justice Center, it's saving county money, we're doing, it's a good thing for us, so, yeah, absolutely. All right, all those in favor? 240 against, motion carries. Resolution number 2346, Lydia McAvoy agreement. I have a motion on this.
So moved.
I'll second that. Chris, you want to speak on this?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
One of the things that I've noticed as I go to the collectors conferences, each one of the first-class counties has a method and a procedure for handling probate cases with taxpayers who have died. We have, under law, the ability to write off bad debt after 5 years. And so this last year, I thought to myself, I wonder how much of this bad debt is from probate cases, and how much of it is just simply uncollectible by folks maybe who have moved to another state. And so we started to scan CaseNet and begin to look at the number of cases a week that enter Judge Spencer's court and also have a personal property tax bill. And so we're somewhere between 3 to 6 cases a week, each week of the year, where the decedent at some point over the past 3 years has rendered personal property and it has remained unpaid. Many of these statements are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 each. And so a lot of the counties do it different, but the one thing they all have in common is they have a process. And so as I've thought about this, I need an attorney, but I certainly can't ask your attorney to enter all these appearances. He works for you, he doesn't work for me. So the statute does provide for up to 10% of that bill to be collected as a legal fee. Now, we don't in Cass County sue people for not paying their personal property. We don't think that's a good form. At the end of the day, you're going to go to a license bureau, right, and get taxed for your car. That's really the mechanism for taking care of your personal property bill. But for those cases where there is a probate, clearly there is money in the estate or there wouldn't be a probate opened. And in many of these instances, I'm not the only creditor. But generally, courts are going to be favorable to the local tax bill over Visa, Bank of America Visa out of El Paso, Texas. So one of the things that I would like to do is to contract with this attorney. She's not only a licensed attorney and a member of a law firm, she is a former county collector. So she understands kind of uniquely our dilemma in trying to collect these funds. She would be able to file the proof of claim for us in CaseNet and then enter an appearance on my behalf. Therefore, I wouldn't be asking Mr. Campo every week to be hearing appearances on my behalf on items that really have nothing to do with the commission. That's unfair to you. She's agreed to do this for the 10%, recognizing, of course, that some of those cases may be $5 cases. We're going to probably come up with a minimum. I don't think that we're going to pursue a probate filing for a $9 tax bill for a 01 Chevy Silverado. But one gentleman died with a brand new Corvette, and that tax bill is $4,400. So this would be a methodical system for us to weekly check CaseNet, match unpaid personal property with open probate cases. And right now, there are hundreds, and so I need some help. We've identified a new clerk in our office who's very fastidious, very detail-oriented, to kind of be the liaison, to build out the spreadsheets, to follow the cases, to make sure that Lydia's got somebody in her office to coordinate this. This doesn't cost the county taxpayers anything. These would simply be a fee on the bill, as allowed by, I believe it's RSMO 140.470, allows the 10% to be collected. That would go to the attorney, not costing our office anything as a line item on our bottom line. I believe you've got the contract in front of you. It's very plain English, very simple. I would certainly entertain questions and encourage the commission to approve this.
This is the same lady we had here a week or so ago, Chris, you brought in.
Yes, so she did, in fact, they're done. Every lien search is done.
Okay,
They look awesome.
okay.
She got them accomplished over the weekend, and I took a look at all of them this morning. They're in a Dropbox file, so we'll be able to prepare those tomorrow to be mailed to those taxpayers. The good news is, since we ran that list, 8 taxpayers have come in and caught up on the real estate taxes. So those are 8 less on our sale. Right now, as of today, we're at 294. But yes, Lydia McAvoy won the bid to do the lien search function for our office. They're completed. Her work was excellent. I would like to also utilize her services for this probate situation. And I recognize maybe it's going to be kind of stop and go. We're going to want to figure out what day of the week is the best day of the week to look for probate case filings, right? Some of those things could have been filed Friday night, but not hit CaseNet maybe until Tuesday. We also probably need to figure out a minimum that's just not worth our time. Is that a $50 bill? Is that a $100 bill? I don't know what that number is, but there is going to be a minimum. We want to work smart, you know. And then Lydia will enter appearances for us with the court. Probably a lot of these probate cases are actually WebEx, right? You don't have to physically appear in a courtroom, so she can do those remotely on my behalf. I cannot enter an appearance, even though I'm an elected official. I'm not a member of the bar, so I can't enter an appearance. So I can go down to the circuit court, I can file a proof of claim, but then that's where I'm stuck. So I think this would be a better way to do these. Writing off all that bad debt, in a weird way, it's kind of lazy when I know there are many probates. There's plenty of cash in the estate. They rendered vehicles. It's a legitimate assessment, and we just simply need to get the bill on the creditors list at the probate court.
Any question? No? All right, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All those in favor of resolution number 2346? 240 against, motion carries. Public comment. We have public comment at this time? If you would state your name and address, please, for the clerk.
My name is Jim Danner. Most of you guys know me. And I sent out a letter to Bob Houston and copies to the other commissioners asking for information about what was on the Cache County agenda, because your agendas do not tell us anything about it, and you come in here and you pass these things without discussing it, and I don't understand how that fits the equal the rules regarding public information. I can't believe that does meet it, but I think that you guys ought to be a little more generous with either what you're putting in your commission or the meeting agendas, or putting out something somewhere so we know what these things mean, because I've got a little bit of information from other people, but I've got several people that have asked me, what does these things mean? What is each one of these and how they're going to affect Cache County? Nothing has been discussed at all about that. How do you guys not meet the open records by not talking about it here? Where are you talking about it? Because you come in knowing you're going to pass it.
Okay. We're not commenting. This is just for public speak only. We're not getting any conversation. You're welcome. Any more public comment?
Newspaper takes some of this down. And
Any more public comment? Hearing none. Commissioner communication? Hearing none. That's it. Motion to adjourn. I'll second. All in favor? Meeting over.
That one, it was no seconds, so 23. 42.
2342.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if there was.
Removed. Rest are here.
You pulled it out.
Yep, 2342 is right there.
Good, that's it.
If there's something, I'll reach out to Sal, to see you on it, and we'll